After esophagus, we want to begin the chapter stomach. Okay. First of all, I want to talk with you something about the basic surgical anatomy and physiology of the stomach. Here is the picture. You are seeing that the stomach, as you know, and from the first year you are accustomed with the term stomach. You have meanwhile you have performed the all anatomical features of stomach in the before first prop. You have completed the physiology of the stomach, but in the final year you have to recapitulate the previous knowledges so that you can go through the surgical aspects of the diseases of the stomach. Okay. As you know that stomach is a dilated part of the alimentary canal between the esophagus and the small intestine, that is duodenum. তাহলে স্টমাকটা সিচুয়েট করছে তোমার লোয়ার এন্ড অফ দি ইসোফেগাস থেকে ফার্স্ট পার্ট অফ দি ডিউডেনাম পর্যন্ত। অ্যান্ড ইট ইজ এ মাস্কুলার স্যাক। অনেক সময় আমরা উই কল্ড ইট অ্যাজ এ মাস্কুলার স্যাক, অ্যান্ড ইট ইজ ইন ইনভার্টেড জে শেপড। Laterally it is a J shaped, and in the abdomen it mostly situated in the epigastrium, left hypochondrium, and also up to umbilical region পর্যন্ত স্টমাকের এক্সটেনশনটা থাকতে পারে। and upper portion most of the part is covered by the ribs. আর যদি আমরা বনির ল্যান্ডমার্কের কথা চিন্তা করি, stomach located between the thoracic 10 to lumbar 3 because cardiac end situated at the lower at the end of the thoracic 10 vertebral level, and duodenal point lies at the level of the lumbar 3 vertebra. Okay, but this position is varies individual to individual because some person may be tall, some person may be short, some person may be obese, some person may be lean and thin. So according to the body status, this position of the stomach may vary. আমরা স্টমাকটাকে কয়েকটা ভাগ করি। We know that the stomach possesses 4 parts, but we can divide the stomach into 4 regions. One is the cardiac region, another one is the fundic region, another one is the body, and another one is the pyloric region, which comprises pyloric antrum and pyloric canal. Cardiac portion of the stomach, that is it is the junction between the esophagus and stomach. And fundic portion holo the portion which lies above the cardiac end, cardiac portion. Body and lower portion is called pyloric part. It has a pyloric antrum and the pyloric canal. Here is the picture where you may see that number 1 is the cardiac end, number 2 is the fundus, number 3 body, and number 4 is the pyloric portion. You may think that what is the need of knowing this such type of previous knowledge? Yes, it is very much important because when I will go through the diseases of the stomach and when I will go through the operations of the stomach, if you have a adequate anatomical and physiological knowledge, then it will be very much easy for you to memorize and to perform good thing regarding this. So obviously you should know the surgical anatomy and physiology of the portion that we want to perform surgery. Now another important thing here is stomach has got 2 openings. One is the gastroesophageal opening, that is the আপার পোর্শনে যেখানে ইসোফেগাস এন্ড হচ্ছে সেখানে গ্যাস্ট্রোএসোফেজিয়াল ওপেনিং থাকছে, আরেকটা ওপেনিং আছে পাইলোরিক ওপেনিং। অ্যাট দি সেম টাইম it has got 2 sphincters, that is the cardiac sphincters which is situated at the lower end of the esophagus, and another one is the pyloric sphincter. Okay, stomach has got 2 surfaces, one is anterior superior surface and another one is posterior inferior surface. The posterior inferior surface এর একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট ল্যান্ডমার্ক আছে যেটাকে আমরা বলি যে স্টমাক বেড। You have definitely you can recollect the term the stomach bed. The stomach bed, that is the in posterior inferior surface of the stomach, it is related with the diaphragm, spleen, left suprarenal gland, the upper part of the front of the left kidney, the anterior surface of the pancreas, the left colic flexure, and the upper layer of the transverse mesocolon. তাহলে posterior inferior surface স্টমাকটা এতগুলো ভাইটাল অর্গানকে সাথে রিলেটেড, দ্যাট ইজ দি ডায়াফ্রাম, spleen, left suprarenal gland, upper part and front of the left kidney, anterior surface of the pancreas, left colic flexure, and the upper layer of the transverse mesocolon. So these structures form a shallow bed which is known as the stomach bed. Now the very much important aspects for us is the blood supply of the stomach. As we know that the stomach gets blood supply from the celiac trunk. Abdominal aorta has got some branches. The first and anterior branch of the abdominal aorta is the celiac trunk. Okay, aorta has got three anterior branches. One is the celiac trunk, another one is the superior mesenteric artery, another one is the inferior mesenteric artery. However, the thing, the celiac trunk is important to supply blood to the stomach, but not directly supplies. It has three branches. One is left gastric artery, another one is splenic artery, another one is common hepatic or proper hepatic artery. This three celiac trunk supplies stomach by means of these three branches: left gastric artery, splenic artery, and common hepatic artery. Okay, the left gastric artery supplies the cardiac end of the stomach and the distal part of the esophagus. Splenic artery gives rise to branches. One is left gastroepiphylic and another one is short gastric artery. And common hepatic artery gives two branches. One is right gastric, supplies a portion of the lesser curvature, and gastroduodenal artery passes behind the first part of the duodenum and supplies the distal portion of the greater curvature. Here we can see the supply of the blood supply of the stomach. The celiac trunk first gives the left gastric artery, which passes upwards and gives supply to the cardiac end of the stomach and the lower end of the esophagus. Then it gives another branch is splenic artery, and this splenic artery goes behind the stomach and divides into two branches: short gastric artery, left gastroepiphylic artery. And this short gastric artery and left gastroepiphylic artery both supplies the upper part of the greater curvature. Another is the hepatic artery, which gives branches. One is right gastric artery, which supplies the remaining portion of this lesser curvature, and the superior pancreatoduodenal artery, that is the pancreatoduodenal artery, passes behind the duodenum and supplies the lower portion of the greater curvature, right gastroepiphylic artery. Okay, so these are the blood supplied by stomach, and all the venous return is corresponds to the artery, and most of them are joined to the portal circulation. Okay, lymphatic drainage of stomach is also important thing, and lymph nodes from the proximal portion of the stomach drains along the lesser curvature first to the superior gastric lymph nodes surrounding the left gastric artery, and distal portion of the lesser curvature drains through the suprapyloric nodes. Proximal portion of the greater curvature is supplied by the lymphatic vessels that traverse the pancreatosplenic nodes, and antral portion of the greater curvature drains into the subpyloric and omental lymph nodes. Now, something about the innervation of the stomach. The main innervation of the stomach is from the left and right vagus nerve. Left and right vagus nerve. Parasympathetic supply is mostly supplied by the vagus nerve, and sympathetic innervation to the stomach is due to splanchnic nerves. Okay. Now, this is the short about the surgical anatomy, and this portion, if we can keep in our mind, then we will be very much beneficial in the next chapter. Now I am discussing something about the physiology of the stomach.